the edges of the camera.
So we're Even Stevens. That's my middle name.
Right.
Sorry, keep going.
No, carry on.
Yeah, I love how I kept a smile while you were about to punch me.
Did somebody say thumbnail?
Hold on, actually, do that again. Hold it. Okay, that's it.
Right. First of all, I would like to humbly apologise for there not being a podcast last week. Several things went wrong. First of all, we both thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
Quite sick.
Yeah.
Second of all, due to that fact, it was not the best podcast.
No.
It wasn't our worst podcast. I've seen the first episode. And then, to top it all off, our ring light malfunctioned, and we had this really high-pitched squealing in the background of the entire thing, and we just decided to just fuck off entirely and try again.
Yeah.
With that being said, welcome to Real Talk Podcast episode 100. Right, so, first of all, let's start with the thank yous. Thank you so very, very much for watching 100 of these. It still seems like, I guess surreal is not the word, because I would have done this if nobody had listened. Because they're basically recorded conversations that I have with you every day anyway.
That's true, yeah.
But having said that, 210 subscribers is a pretty big thing
100%
for us anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, everyone's been positive since the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
These things have gotten a lot better.
Oh, God,
since
since the very
I don't want to say garbage was going out at the beginning, but like the audio quality wasn't good and we weren't comfortable, and these have gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Like 4K cameras, ring lights.
Yeah. Like we actually have
stuff. We're good at this.
Yeah.
There's almost what resembles structure.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'm not going to go on because I do this every time. Thank you all very, very much for becoming little fuckers.
Yes.
And coming here every week to listen to us drivel about shit.
Yeah. I'm with you. Like, I would continue doing this if no one was listening to us. But also, 210 subscribers is... Oh, we passed 30 seconds. It's fucking great. You gotta keep the YouTube...
You can't get demonetized if they're not paying us.
That's very true. It's very true.
Apologies. It's very smoky today. I'm really struggling.
It is really smoky. I woke up and
they're
it was
back
smoky.
burning somewhere. It's infecting my lungs. But having said that, we'll go on with the show. I will start by saying we played basketball last night.
Ah, yes.
Also, May the 4th, we'll get to that in a sec.
Yes.
We played basketball last night, and Harry Fash broke his ankles.
Yes.
He was on the floor, lying on his back.
Yes. I don't know, what... I don't really know basketball. I don't know what the technical term for what he did was, but he went one way.
No, that is the he broke your ankles.
Yeah. So, Carrie, you broke my ankles. You should be very proud of yourself.
And we got to talk about it on the 100th episode of the podcast. It doesn't get more immortalized than that.
Yeah, pretty much. I did say last night as we were driving home from basketball, being like, they're going to bring it up so much. Not actually thinking how much they brought it up this morning. Like, we got into the coffee shop and they just wouldn't stop talking about it.
It was quite funny.
It was quite funny. I give it to them. And I hit the ground hard.
Yeah. Anyway, as of recording this, it is in fact May the 4th.
It is.
So, May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
You'll be watching this on the, I'm going to say, 6th? No, that can't be right.
10th?
No, is that right? 5th, 6th, 7th. You'll be watching this on the 7th.
Yes.
So, how was your May the 4th? Leave us a comment in the towel section down below. That's straight stolen from Supercar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The towel section.
I don't actually know how that started.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting distracted. Classic 100. So it's Star Wars Day. Bad Batch comes out today.
It does. It does come out
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
I assume it comes out this afternoon. 8
Has
o'clock
it?
tonight.
Oh, that's right, because everything's delayed over on this side of the planet.
So actually it will come out for us tomorrow.
Oh, dope. Well, not dope. I want to watch it today, but there's not really much you can do when the sun is on the other side of the planet, or when the other side of the planet makes all the content. That
Anyway, so it's Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
Hence, we have Star Wars mugs.
We do.
We're both wearing Star Wars merch.
Yep. Star Wars hat. Love my hats. But
Surrounded by Star Wars stuff.
we are. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, you know.
Yeah.
I fucking love Star Wars Day. Star Wars Day is great.
It is a good day.
So we'll see. We'll see. We'll probably end up doing something ridiculously Star Wars later.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it today. It's just like I was actually thinking about what Star Wars we're going to watch. Like what? I actually kind of want to ask, and I hope that this doesn't derail like our structure of the podcast at all. But what
Structure.
the structure of the podcast? But like, what is your go-to like Star Wars movie to go back and watch? Like, what's the easiest one for you to pop in and just watch?
Honestly, all of them.
Well, yeah.
It just depends on my mood, I suppose.
Yeah, like for me, like
Star Wars Day, I always feel like you have to go back and watch A New Hope.
Yeah.
Like you have to go and watch. You watch the first one ever, and then you can watch whichever one you want after that.
Yeah. But can you say that about Phantom Menace? Because like that's its own like soft opening to a different saga.
Yeah, look, you could.
Like I reckon you could probably
You
you shouldn't, but like I reckon you could start each. Like I reckon on May the 4th, like you could watch the beginning. As long as you watch the beginning of the saga.
Yeah.
Like if you watch like the Phantom Menace of like the prequel saga, A New Hope of the original saga, or The Force Awakens of the sequel saga. That feels like it should be the other way around.
Yeah, look, it watch them however you want to watch.
Yeah.
It's just I usually on Star Wars Day do go back to the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I don't know. Like I feel like I kind of want to watch. I feel like tonight I might watch like Phantom Menace, because it has been a long time since I've seen Phantom Menace. I feel like a lot of people give it a lot of shit that it doesn't really deserve. It's got one bad character in it, and that's about it.
Yeah, look, it's not that terrible.
It's not terrible.
People just don't like Star Wars.
Oh boy.
Anyway, yeah, so yeah.
I do.
That's another thing you can leave in the comment section down below. What is your go-to Star Wars Day movie?
Yeah, 100%.
If you say anything other than Star Wars, I will climb through the screen like the chick from The Ring, and I'll strangle you. Right. I have show notes.
We do. Yeah,
do have
that's
show
another
notes.
thing that we've started doing is writing show notes throughout the week. And
If by started you mean 30 seconds before
30
the podcast,
seconds.
started scribbling shit into my phone. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out like what we should talk about. I was trying to like before you mentioned show notes to me, I was constantly thinking about stuff we could talk about. But then like once you mentioned it, I couldn't think of a thing. Like we have stuff to talk about today, but like all week I was trying to figure out like what we could talk about, like what kind of pop culture thing we could put in the show notes. I couldn't find a single thing.
Okay, right. So here's the good one. We talked about it on the episode we threw away.
Yes.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
So we saw Mortal Kombat the day it came out.
Yeah.
So obviously it's been out for a week now. People have hopefully gone and seen it. So now we can spoiler talk. And then a thing I saw on the Twitter that I spend an awful lot of time on. I will blow your mind.
Yeah.
What did you think of Mortal Kombat?
What did I think of Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I loved it. I fucking loved it.
I also fucking loved it. I loved it enough to, for the first time ever, go into Rotten Tomatoes and give it 100.
Yeah.
So it is, or was, last time I checked, sat at like a 50-ish% review rating. And like an 87% viewer rating.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't made to be a good movie. It was
No.
made to be good Mortal Kombat fan service.
Yeah.
And that's what we got. We got fatalities. We got the finish him.
Yeah.
We got Scorpion shouting, "Get over here."
Yeah.
We got Sub-Zero's grapple from Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah, we did.
Like, like not just a version of it. We got the exact fucking thing.
Yeah.
And there was even a moment where Scorpion and Sub-Zero are gonna face off.
Yeah.
And they're across each other.
Yeah.
And it's framed exactly like
How
a 2D fighter, like Mortal Kombat.
The only thing that was missing in that scene was like the health bars.
Round one.
Fight.
Which honestly they could have
Well,
They could have done. I don't think any of us would have batted an eyelash.
But like the amount of people that I've spoken to about the I was about to say the game, but like the amount of people that I've spoken to about the movie, and that they all go like, it's like, oh, but you know, it was really wooden, and like some of the characters, like they weren't really developed, and you know, I didn't really get the story, and it's like, well, I don't know what you were expecting. It wasn't going in there to win any awards, and
No, it was
You-
going
you
in there
either
to
know-
make Mortal Kombat fans happy. and
Yeah.
it did.
like you either know who these characters are, or you, and like I feel like they were explained. They didn't need to be explained like in length. If they were going to explain all these characters in length, they needed a 3-hour-long movie.
Yeah.
Because
Would have been done.
like Jax and Sonya, they're military, they work together. That is explained.
Kano is a mercenary. He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. Liu Kang and Kung Lao. Granted, yes, they do kind of get stepped over a little bit, but they also get a little bit of their backstory as well. And then you get Shang Tsung, you get Raiden, and then you get a few other people. And you get a little bit of their backstories. But that's not the point of Mortal Kombat. The whole point of Mortal Kombat is the fights. That's it. And like it's the effects, it's the it's the choreography, it's the fight sequences. That's the point of Mortal Kombat. You go in there expecting a gore fest, and that's what we got. Like there was points in that movie that like had me proper giddy because like the shit that Mortal Kombat fans like. There were people behind us going absolutely crazy for the same reasons we were.
Yeah, it was mental. It was like it was genuinely just a delight to watch.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, go and watch it. If you're not, I don't recommend it.
No, if you didn't like the games, you're not gonna like this movie. And like I tried explaining to people that, but then everybody says the same thing. It's just like, oh, but it's not a good movie. Like it's not written well. It's like, yeah, but the game didn't really. The
games are terribly written.
But the games are terribly written. Have you ever had like, fuck, what is it? Mortal Kombat, the newest Mortal Kombat game.
11.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, it's cheesy as shit.
Cheesy as shit. Sonya Blade's dialogue is terrible.
Yeah.
And the voice
Well,
acting is fucking garbage.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Thanks, Rhonda. But, love you, Rhonda. Please don't hurt me.
She can't. She's pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Haha! I'll fight Rhonda. Get her while she's dead.
That being said, I still don't want to take the
No,
chances
neither do I.
with Rousey. But like, yeah, it's like the games aren't great. Like the original game didn't have fucking any dialogue in it. It was a fighting game. So you gotta just look past that point and just love it for what it is, or like it for what it is. It's a fighting movie for the fans. That's it.
100%.
It's a cheese fest.
So the bit that upset a lot of people who even enjoyed the movie is it sets itself up for a sequel.
Yeah.
It doesn't it finishes that sort of storyline.
Yeah.
But it doesn't cut anything off, so there could be a sequel. I think they were still not sure how it was going to be received.
Right.
I would say with an 80-ish% approval rating, we'll get Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is dope. I would say, so they've set it up with the main character Cole saying, I'm going to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, for what? And he goes, not for what, for who? So we get, and then it like pans over, there's a poster of Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
So we get, when they make the sequel,
Yeah.
we're getting Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Now, a certain celebrity I saw on Twitter the other day deep faked himself onto like Mortal Kombat 1, like the pixel art Johnny Cage,
Yeah.
and just posted it with no context or anything.
Who was it?
Ryan Reynolds.
No way.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
So I
He'd be-
kind of think that
he would
he
be.
kind of wants it.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be a great.
He would
Johnny
be a
Cage.
fantastic Johnny Cage. Because he almost always plays that sort of funny man, arrogant sort of... Basically, he'd be Deadpool the movie star.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be fucking fantastic, right?
Yeah. Oh, there'd be so many.
So, like, I don't know if he's just being a dick. You know, he does that sometimes, where he just teases shit.
Yeah.
But it was Warner Brothers, was it not?
Oh yeah, that did the movie.
Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't.
It was Universal. I'm pretty sure that
Was
did
it
the
Universal?
movie. I'm pretty sure Warner Brothers sold the rights to Universal, or then they sold their distributing rights. I'm pretty sure Universal did the movie, but Warner Brothers.
It was New Line Cinema, wasn't it?
Was a New Line Cinema.
Yeah, because I remember leaning over to you and saying, "This is the company that made Lord of the Rings."
Oh yeah, you're right. Shit, you're right.
Yeah, no, I distinctly remember going, "These guys did Lord of the Rings."
Yeah,
and now
yeah,
they're
yeah.
making Mortal Kombat.
I mean, like, what was the last thing New Line Cinema did? They
The
did.
Hobbit.
Oh, that's right. It's not like they're short on cash, but like
No.
I do like that they did it.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think it'd be a good. It's definitely like that's a good pick. A few other ones people have picked out.
Like Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt has been mentioned a couple of times. I don't know if he'll do it.
Nah.
Mainly because he has said that he's not a huge fan of getting and staying jacked.
Yeah, that's another thing too. With like, I was actually talking to somebody about it the other day. Like getting jacked and staying jacked, or getting into shape, I should say, for movie roles, must suck, because like, I think like the only I think the only person I can think of that actually likes working out like that is probably The Rock.
Yeah.
But then again, he has like a cheat day every other week. I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, like
It's a
working
lot
out,
of
like,
work.
It's a lot of work for a
And
short
it,
amount of time.
and it affects it very heavily and significantly affects your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get like because you'll get a role and they'll go okay, so in 12 weeks you've got to be this size.
Yeah.
And they'll give you a personal trainer and they'll give you a nutritionist and they'll give you meal plans and like a trainer and they'll make sure you do it every day. But you're looking at like 3 hours of your day being in the gym at every single day.
Yeah.
For 12 weeks, just being in pain.
Yeah. I mean, like, what's his name? He's the comedian who is in the who's in the
Oh
Eternals.
yeah, he's in the because he got huge.
He got shredded and he got jacked, but he has come out and said, once this is over, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame you, and like everybody goes like, oh, I want to look like that. I want to.
That's
be
why
like that.
there were jokes in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where they're like, oh, like, Peter, you're putting on weight?
Oh yeah.
And that is because he went like, I'll work out every day and I'll like do all that, but I'm not getting as shredded as the first movie.
Nah.
Because he just hated it.
Yeah.
He said, he was like, I don't like having to sit there and eat fucking salad while my family, like while my kids are having pizza, or like I can't enjoy my time with my family because I can't eat what I want, I can't drink anything, I can't.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm gonna have those cheat days.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna work out, and I'll be whatever.
Well, there's nothing wrong with like, there's nothing wrong with changing your diet and all that kind of stuff, but like completely cutting out, cutting out all that cold turkey, fucking sucks. We've done it for a while.
Yeah, no, we've done we did 6 weeks of it where we had no cheats and no anything, and gym 5 times a week, and it's hard work.
But like
it is rewarding. I'll
it's
give you
rewarding.
that, but it is not sustainable. And the point of those challenges was less
like to
get jacked like they do for the movies, and more to like force you to change your eating habit.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah,
let's ignore the McDonald's for last time. But yeah, so it's like that is. But you're right. Like you need to be. I feel like you need to have a certain natural physique as well to be able to be one of those people who sustain it. A lot of people, admittedly, have chemical help. It's not always steroids. Sometimes it's supplements or like extra testosterone or shit like that.
Yeah.
I'd say a lot of celebrities are on supplements. Some of them are probably on steroids.
Yeah.
Like I would say that Dwayne Johnson is probably on something. Not necessarily steroids, but like supplements or something, because I'm not to take away the fact that is extremely hard to do.
Yeah.
But to maintain that level of mass at the blokes late 40s, early 50s,
Yeah.
you're not.
Well,
It's gonna be excessively hard because your body starts to stop producing as much testosterone at that age. Therefore, you shouldn't actually be able to physically carry that much weight.
yeah. But that being said, not taking away anything like that.
I'm not taking away anything from anyone who does that.
No.
But
when you push like that kind of boundaries for a specific role or something like that, I think like The Rock is something of like, he's an example. Like I think he might be a good example of someone who's like, he didn't start off in movies. He started off in NFL. Like he's been working out since he was in the NFL. Then he went into wrestling, continued working out, and then he made his transition into movies.
Yeah.
But always kept his training. But you're right. Like the older you get, like the more, like the less your body will start to.
So the argument for The Rock is that when it was his job to look as big as possible,
Yeah.
when he was in the WWE,
Yeah.
because his job was to look more impressive than he is. That is the job of a wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you also have to be very talented and be able to do all these moves and all that stuff. I like wrestling. It's fine. But like, his job was to look more impressive.
Yeah.
Than he is, because that's how the storyline progresses.
Yeah.
He was smaller than he is now, and then when he went back, he was the smallest he'd been since, because they have a wellness policy.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
So like, whether or not that's coincidence or not, the argument there is that, well, why is that the smallest you've been?
Yeah. Fair.
Even like after leaving and coming back,
Yeah.
why is that the smallest you've ever been?
Yeah.
Because the obvious answer is because he wasn't allowed to take
Steroids.
the steroids that were helping him maintain the size. He's still fucking huge.
Oh, he's massive.
And he's still in great shape.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Fair. I mean, like,
logic dictates
logic dictates.
that,
But then again, we're not saying anything bad about the guy.
no,
He's
he's a lovely bloke.
He's a lovely dude. I assume. Never met him.
I would say that enough people in his personal and like professional life have just said he's the nicest bloke I've ever worked with,
Yeah.
would indicate that he is just a nice bloke.
Yeah.
Like, nothing has ever come out about like, oh, he's a dick.
No. No.
So like, I'd say Dwayne Johnson's probably just
A
genuinely nice bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, he is Samoan, so like,
That's true. I've
I've never met Dick who is like a Samoan dick.
No. Never.
Right. Having said that,
Yes.
moving on. Jesus Christ.
Phone playing up.
Yeah, it just started vibrating for no reason.
Oh, right.
Right. Let's stick to the movie side of stuff before I
Okay.
switch to other shit.
Right.
Even though we tangented about steroids for like 10 minutes.
Right.
We had a name for... So the first look at the Eternals came out today. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen a couple of images. Looks good.
Yeah.
It's the Eternals. Some people will not know what they're going into. Some of us will. Like, I've read a few Eternals comics. I sort of know where this is going. It'd be interesting to see how they fit into the universe as a whole.
Yeah.
But then we said that about Guardians of the Galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
because we're like, well, they're in space, everyone else is on Earth, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it all sort of, and you go, that's it, well done, clever. So, but it's very clearly heading in a space direction.
Yeah.
Sword at some point will become the sentient world, and blah 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 blah, even though it was the sentient weapons and something thing in WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
Which I disagree with. But it made sense to sort of fit into the fake vision. Fake vision? Other vision. White vision.
Like yeah.
We'll call white vision.
Okay.
But so that'll be interesting. That's all well and good.
Yeah.
We know that Black Panther 2 will be called Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yep.
From what has come out, there won't be a CGI Chadwick Boseman in it.
Yeah.
Black Panther probably will be in it at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's how they're going to do it. It'll be him in the costume. It does look like the most common rumor everywhere I've been, and I've been everywhere,
Yeah.
including very deep into the dark side of Reddit, that he will in fact not die of an illness.
Okay.
He will die in battle,
Yeah.
and Shuri will become the Black Panther. Which I agree with. by
I
the way.
agree with too.
That's a good choice. I do like the whole he will get hero's death, so to speak. It is obviously still sad that,
Yeah, that he.
that this is where we are, like forcing the change. The director did say, and Kevin Feige has agreed that the goal was always to have Shuri become Black Panther.
Yeah.
But they were looking at 2-3 movies time, like a trilogy of Chadwick Boseman movies.
Yeah.
Obviously that can't happen now,
No.
which is obviously
It's
it's sad,
It is still sad.
but this is where we are, and they've got to make the best of it. And apparently, all of the cast members have come out and said that the writers and the directors have done a very good job in making it as tasteful as possible, whilst not
Being like.
not dwelling on it. Because you want to go in and you want them to acknowledge him,
Yeah.
but you don't want the whole movie to be like.
A memorial.
Yeah, because you don't want to go to a superhero movie and spend 2.5 hours sad.
No. Like you want to.
I would say that at the end of it there will be
Like
in memory of,
100%.
and we might even get the it might even open with the purple Chadwick Boseman Marvel logo. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But heavens, we'll see how it goes. But I'm glad that they are giving it the time and attention that it needs.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't know who the villain's going to be. I hope Namor.
Namor.
Yeah, he's like Marvel's Aquaman. But they mentioned him in Endgame, sort of.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of cool to have that. But we'll see how it goes. Cause
Do you reckon that was do you reckon that was Edmore? That it was Edmore or Edmore? Namor. I got it completely wrong twice.
That's fine.
But do you reckon it was him? Because a lot of people jumped on that
In Endgame.
In Endgame. Because they said
it was subtle enough for it to be a hint.
Mm.
But also it could have just been you're right, it could have just been a thing.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to start introducing kingdoms across the thing.
It'd be fucking great.
Well, because then if they do go to Secret War and stuff like this, and if they do introduce Doctor Doom's
if they introduce
was it Latvia? No, not
Latria? I can't
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, Doctor Doom's Transylvania-esque homeland.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's Lat something or other. Latveria. It's because they went to Latvia in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's right.
And we were like,
We both wanted Doctor Doom since WandaVision.
Yeah. Since everyone was like, okay, so who are they introducing next? We'd be like, Doctor Doom.
It's Doctor Doom.
Introduce Doctor Doom. But if they do introduce Doctor Doom,
Yeah.
and they do the whole Secret War thing, then you have multiple fictional kingdoms around.
Yeah, fair.
And that would be interesting to see how you sort of play that. 'Cause we actually don't, as a planet, have kingdoms really.
No, we don't.
Not anymore.
No.
We live in a lot less interesting time.
Yeah, I know. It would be a lot more interesting if there were kingdoms, but then there'd be a lot more wars.
Yeah, but they'd be with swords and tin hats, so it'd be fine. People wearing tin hats would be heroes, not weirdos living in their mum's basement.
Hey, we don't live in our mum's base. We don't live in a basement.
We don't have tin hats, alright? We have plastic resin helmets. Right, the other one was that Captain Marvel 2 will not be called Captain Marvel 2, it will be called The Marvels.
That's true.
I assume this has something to do with the fact that it comes out after the Miss Marvel TV show, and therefore Marvel. I would also say that it would be absolutely ridiculous not to stick Photon in.
Yes.
Or Monica Rambeau for the uninitiated.
For the
We
uninitiated.
are initiated.
We know
So
this.
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because I mentioned this to you while we were having coffee this morning. I feel like there is a tension between Monica Rambeau and Carol Danvers. Monica does seem slightly ticked off with the fact that she disappeared while she was a child, didn't come back, came back to fight Titan, and then fucked off again.
Yeah. I think there is a little bit of conflict there.
There's also, if she finds out, she'll probably not be happy with the fact that she went to Tony Stark's funeral and not her mum's.
Yeah. Fair.
Which is fair.
That is actually very fair.
Yeah, not to ever side with a certain person, but also, Captain Marvel sucks.
Well, I wasn't a huge fan of Captain Marvel. I don't think many people were.
It is the only, to date, the only Marvel movie I haven't rewatched.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about that. It's hard to go back and...
I will probably go back and watch it before Captain Marvel or The Marvels comes out. I just didn't enjoy it.
Well, I was talking about it this morning, and that there were bits in that movie that felt kind of, I don't know, cheap in a way. Where, like, I talked about Nick's eye being, like, gouged out, like, being scratched by the Flurgan.
Completely undoing the whole...
Completely undoing, like,
The last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye moment.
The last time you trusted
Oh,
someone...
okay, so you've retroactively ruined that moment.
Yeah. And then, like, there was... I don't know, there were a few... Sorry, I couldn't get the word out.
Oh, that's fine.
There were a few other moments in there that kind of felt cheap and felt like that just didn't really need to be in there. And also, I don't know, I just didn't like Carol Danvers. I didn't like the character.
She's unlikable.
Well, I wouldn't say unlikable.
She's
She like the
unlikable.
entire time I just didn't see
She's
like...
self-important, mildly obnoxious, and not in a likable way.
Yeah, I remember watching the movie and thinking to myself, "Was like, this is kind of boring. Like, I shouldn't be bored."
You know, she's got a Tony Stark level of arrogance.
Yeah,
It is completely unearned.
a little bit. Yeah,
Like, cause you at least get like the playboy side of Tony, where it's sort of playful arrogance, and then like you get like the trauma, and then you get the Iron Man stuff, and then you get like the arrogance of being, and it's intercut with other stuff.
yeah,
Whereas she's just kind of like a bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's just fucking rude to people.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
And then I don't.
I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting. Yeah, she's just a bitch.
She's a bitch. And then I guess this is a bit that kind of like I chuckled at, and I still chuckle at it every time I watch Endgame. She complains the entire way through her own movie.
Does she?
Yeah, she's just like, she whinges, she's just complaining, she's just kind of like snooty the
Yeah.
entire time. She's not even really that nice to her friends.
Yeah.
And then she gets her superpowers, and we're just expected to go, woohoo.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm like, yeah, great, now the dick's got superpowers.
Yeah.
And then she shows up in Endgame, and she's all like, I'm gonna go kill Thanos.
It's like,
Even if you do, I won't like you.
yeah.
So, whatever. And then she gets herself a Karen haircut.
That's true. Karen haircut. But like even in
So,
but
I
even-
kind of hope Photon bitch slaps her.
I think I get where you're coming from, but like but I feel like that's the point of her character, and if it is, I don't like it. But like, Don Cheat, like War Machine and Endgame, even kind of calls her out on it. It's like, look, we're all in that superhero life, but if you don't mind me asking, where the hell have you been all this time? It's like I get it. She's probably one of the most powerful superheroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so she's been out helping other people. But like,
Yeah, but
she
that's-
feel like I don't know, like she kind of gives off more of a dickish vibe than Thor did when like he wasn't worthy of Mjolnir in the first movie. It's like it's still arrogant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's played off as. I think the issue is she doesn't have a character arc really.
Yeah.
She finishes
like Kree training and shit.
Yeah, so she ends the movie in much the same spot personality-wise as she starts it.
She didn't really
but
grow.
with superpowers.
Yeah.
Whereas Thor's like an arrogant dick, then he loses his powers, and then you see him be like slightly obnoxious, and then you see him be like slightly less obnoxious, and then you see him be like kind of nice, and then like you see him be worthy again. That's a character arc. Same with like Tony Stark. It's like he starts off as a dick.
Yeah.
You're like an absolute ass.
Yeah.
And then he goes through some trauma.
Yeah.
And then he goes like sort of depressed. And then he goes, okay, well fuck it, I'm gonna fix it. And then you see him be, well, still kind of cocky, nice, and like trying to be better.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like she got this moment.
Yeah.
And maybe if she'd been in more of Endgame, like I feel like they tried to like push it in there.
Yeah.
Like the hologram scene.
Yeah.
Where she's like, oh well, like
I don't know.
what's happening there is happening everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're like, It's called empathy, dick. Fucking try some.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, in my opinion, there hasn't been a moment where she has said something where I've gone, growth.
Yeah.
It's just been like, one bitchy fucking comment after the other.
Yeah. Like, there was, like...
I don't need this in my life. I went to school with people like this. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I did too. But you're right. There's no real growth with Carol Danvers. There's no real growth with Captain Marvel. And then at the end of the movie, you're right. It does feel kind of shoehorned in there because you completely forget that she's in the movie. Like, she was the ex machina. Like, she was the I win moment for that.
yeah, she was.
She tore through that shit like it was paper. It's like
yeah, and then she like straight up would have beat Thanos.
100%.
Which is like, I get what they were doing. They were trying to make a display that she had the power to play on this field. Because like you're looking at this field of characters that we love.
Yeah.
And then this chick who showed up after Infinity War for us.
Yeah.
And then got like put onto the playing field halfway through the game, so to speak. Like, literally introduced for the end game.
Yeah.
And you're like, they had to do something to sort of convince fans that like she was worthy of playing on this field.
Yeah.
Every single person in that movie, other than her, had been in at least 2 other Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Being their own movie and Infinity War.
Yeah.
Some of them have been in their 4, 5, 6 movies. Like Iron Man had 3 movies, 3 Avengers games, and Civil War.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were the characters that fought Thanos, like directly fought Thanos, really, were characters that we'd been watching for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then they're like, she was introduced 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, she needed a moment.
She needed
and that whole headbutt moment where she just knows
Firms
it's a
it.
Thanos headbutt.
Yeah.
Because you're like, it's not enough.
No.
Flying the gauntlet halfway across a battlefield isn't enough. It's because the power moment isn't what I think that was like where the mistake was made, was the power. Her power level was never in question.
No.
Nobody went, is she powerful enough to fight with these guys? It was that she hadn't earned her stripes, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because they're like, Tony's got no powers, he's just got a suit.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's got no powers, he's not got a suit.
Right.
Hawkeye fires arrows, he doesn't even have a suit.
No.
Like, Black Widow didn't have powers, she just had guns and was like good at martial arts. Powers was never the issue.
No.
The point was that they'd all been through stuff and they'd earned their stripes and they'd been there since the beginning and we'd like watched them grow as characters.
Yeah.
So like, their sacrifice was our sacrifice. Like we felt something because we'd been watching them for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then this chick shows up, is a dick for 2 hours, and then shows up and goes, well, why didn't you like me? I don't like you because you suck.
I don't like you because you're just not likable.
Yeah.
And that, I can already feel the anger emanating off a lot of people watching this
Yeah,
right now.
probably.
But I just want to point out, we're talking about Carol Danvers, not Brie Larson. Just making that clear.
Oh yeah, this is entirely the movie. I have no political agenda whatsoever. I didn't like the movie. I don't like the character.
Yeah.
It's just
I never...
they could fix it
Yeah.
in the Marvels by making her the mentor,
Yeah.
and that is the only way to fix it.
Yes.
Because if she shows up and she just goes, "Fuck off,"
Yeah.
and then the other two just get sort of sidelined,
Yeah.
I'm going to be furious.
Mm.
Because so far, admittedly, Miss Marvel hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
But that is very much an underdog character.
Mm.
I like Monica Rambeau.
I like Monica Rambeau too.
She was in 9 episodes of a TV show.
Was she?
She was
Oh.
in WandaVision.
Shit, I thought for a second there, I thought you were talking about S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, but like she was in 9 episodes of WandaVision
Oh, yeah.
and sold. Immediately sold.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes in,
Yeah.
I was like, I like her.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant.
Well, she had
That's
a character
a
arc.
good character. She gets a character arc. She stands up for the little guy. She tries to stop the guy from shooting a superhero for no reason. She stands up for somebody who's like clearly going through some stuff.
Yeah.
And character development.
Yeah.
Then she gets her powers.
Yeah.
She wasn't a dick for 8 episodes, then got some powers.
Yeah.
It's not hard. I don't understand. I think that's why it frustrates me. I've seen you do this
Yeah.
for 25 separate characters. 22 movies, you've nailed it.
Yeah.
How did you fuck up one?
It almost kind of felt like they went through the original, like they went through the Avengers, they went through all their movies, they went through all these different characters, and then it just kind of felt like it felt like they were just going to the whiteboard, and then all of a sudden they just went, oh shit, we forgot about Captain Marvel.
It feels like they needed 2 movies in between Infinity War and Endgame to make us wait,
Yeah. There, I know what you mean.
which is fine,
Yeah.
but what was the point if in the middle of... It's hard to explain to somebody who didn't watch it from the beginning. Like, if you just started watching now, you don't understand.
Yeah.
But Infinity War had just happened.
Mm.
Like, the Avengers lost.
Yeah.
Like, lost.
Which was a
Really lost.
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
Yeah.
Heroes lost in
Yeah.
a superhero movie. That shit didn't happen.
Yeah.
Still doesn't happen. That's the only time. Straight lost.
Yeah.
Like, half of everyone was dead. The bad guy won. That
Yeah.
was it. Wait a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Fucking wait.
Yeah.
How are they gonna fix it? Wait. Doesn't matter. We heard nothing
Yeah.
about Endgame for 9 months. Nothing. Before we got a trailer. It was insane.
Yeah.
I've never, like, the theorizing was fucking mental.
Oh god, it
Like,
was
it was
insane.
It blew my mind. Everyone was talking about it. People
Yeah.
who didn't watch movies were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then the next movie that came out happened 30 years before the fucking snap happened. Which can't have helped.
No.
Like,
But like
it makes no sense.
No.
Instead of putting something in our world, like in the post-snap, like, what's happening?
yeah.
We got a blockbuster reference
Oh yeah.
and a fucking demon kitty. Like
A demon kitty.
it just,
Oh,
other than the introduction of the character, it added nothing.
no.
It could have happened after Endgame and it would have been fine.
But you know
In
what
fact, I would argue that it would have been better to do it that way, to have Captain Marvel show up in Endgame completely unannounced.
Yeah.
Because fans would have gone,
Who's this
Fuck!
chick?
like, that's Captain Marvel. Like, what the... Like, people who weren't comic book fans would have been like,
Yeah.
who is this? And then you have her, like, talk to Nick Fury at the end, like at Tony's funeral.
Mm.
Then give her origin movie. Do it
Yeah.
backwards for a change.
Yeah.
Because comic book fans, like us, would have been like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, literally, just have her show up during the battle.
Yeah. Like
The
still
hero
get-
arrives.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Because then you're already invested in their character.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
You can't hate her. Instead, what happens is she gets a movie that happens before anything else, like before the important stuff happens, when all we really cared about was what happened to the Avengers.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of unlikable for 2 hours, and then you kind of leave going, well, I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
And then she shows up at the end of Endgame, and you just go, this bitch. You know what I mean? Like, she punches a spaceship out of the sky.
Yeah.
That should be awesome.
Yeah.
But like 90% of people just went,
Yay.
woo. Bearing in mind, we'd already had the Portals moment at this point,
Yeah.
where like all of the heroes had returned,
Yeah.
and there was like an army of Avengers, and like fucking the Wakandas were there, and the sorcerers were there, and like it was
Everybody
awesome.
from every movie was there.
Yeah, it was amazing. Howard the Duck had arrived.
Yep.
Like, that was it. We won. Howard the Duck is here. We've won.
I remember going
And then,
back.
like, 10, 15 minutes later,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel shows up and we're like, yay.
Yay.
You know what I mean? Like, if she just showed up, we'd have been like, holy shit! And then maybe we would have given her some leeway.
Yeah, 100%. But, like, I honestly do think that Captain Marvel was filler, because we would have lost our collective minds as fans, as common moviegoers would have lost their fucking collective minds if we were just left in the dark for 9 to 10 months to wait until Endgame. So they needed to put something there for us to kind of, like...
Because the thing is, we got 2 movies.
We did get 2 movies.
So what? Like, as far as I'm concerned, it should have been Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Or even, like, honestly, how it would have kind of been. If you have Ant-Man and the Wasp first,
Yeah.
have the same end credit scene.
Yeah.
Because you're going...
Oh, that's right, because
Because at the end credit scene, he goes into the quantum realm, and they all get dusted.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that, and then you have them all dusted,
Yeah.
and then you're left going, well, what the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And then Infinity War happens, you know why Ant-Man's not there,
Yeah.
so you're not asking those questions.
Yeah.
Then have the snap happen, and you go, oh, that's what happened, and then radio silence for 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah, fair.
If they were going to explore a post-snap world, they kind of I think they should have left the gap. Which is not... That's good marketing, not good business, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, like, there were 2 gaps in their usual shit where
But then that
they would
made...
usually have released money. Like, they would have released films to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, released money. So it's like, from a business point of view, that was 2 slots of, like, guaranteed almost $1 billion.
Yeah, fair.
So, like, that's not good business.
No, it's not good business.
But
then
I
again-
don't think it would have increased the amount of money Endgame made.
Yeah.
I guess it became the highest grossing movie of all time.
No.
But it's a better marketing strategy.
But also, like, Marvel Studios is the only studio that I know that, like, one, they're rolling in dosh at the moment because...
They are literally rolling in cash.
Like, they are rolling in
Which
cash.
is really funny because when Iron Man came out, they were flat broke.
They were, actually, that's a funny story. I'll get that in a second. But, like, they are the only production company, they're the only studio I know that actually incorporates their release schedules with the continuity of their story. So, like, it kind of makes sense, like, if they had just left radio silence for 12 months, it would have made sense. Because half of their character sheet, like half of their...
Yeah, half of their...
Half
like,
of their character slots
their roster is
gone.
Yeah.
So it would have made sense for them to have radio silence because their characters are dead.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, but like, it is cool to think that, like, that is, like, they're the only studio out there that interweaves their release schedule. I don't know if it has anything to do with, like, the higher ups or if it has, like, or if it's got Joss Whedon written all over it, but yeah, I just find that really cool. Like, that is real attention to detail when it comes to continuity for the fans, and But yeah, you're right. Like, they were flat broke before Iron Man, and like that was a true gamble. And I'm pretty sure it was, what's his name? He plays Happy.
Oh, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau. He took a chance, or he basically like begged.
So essentially, what happened was, this is actually really funny.
Yeah.
So, Marvel was broke.
Yeah.
They sold off all of their movie rights for popular characters.
Yeah.
X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, all gone.
Yeah.
Fox and Sony took everything.
Yeah.
So what they were left with was essentially their B-grade characters at the time. B-grade characters, like the comic books weren't selling well. The only comics that were selling were the ones for the movies that were coming out, but half of that was to the studios. So what they did was they took the remaining characters they had, which conveniently were all Avengers members, and they went to Hasbro and they showed kids pictures of characters and basically said, which of these characters will make a good toy? Which one would you put? So obviously they picked Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like the most popular one was Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a
Well,
guy in a suit.
Yeah.
So they, in order to sell Iron Man toys, gave Jon Favreau, who you have to remember had made no major films at this point. He'd never made a blockbuster movie. He'd done a few like low-key ones. Aww. Sorry about that. There was something bound to go wrong for this. That's fine. We ran out of memory on the camera. Yeah. We're back. Right, so they hired Jon Favreau, who had done no major films at this point. Like he'd never done like a major movie. He'd done like movies and like TV shows, but he'd never done anything.
Yeah.
And they basically said, here's all the money we have.
Yeah.
Can you make Iron Man the movie? And then he was like, okay, but I'm only doing it if you let me have Robert Downey Jr. And they were like, and he was like, look, he's a friend of mine. Like, yeah, he's had some problems, but like he's doing a lot better now. Because he's doing a lot better and because of these issues, we won't pay him as much. And they took a massive gamble.
And it paid off.
On essentially a almost semi-indie director and out of work
recovering drug
addict actor for as little money as they could get and fucking knocked it out of the park. Like even like they almost didn't put the end credit scene with Nick Fury in it because they were like what are the odds that this blows up and we get to make any more movies at all? Like, we could be closing Marvel in 6 months. Like,
jeez, it's actually so weird thinking about that.
And it made something ridiculous, 6 or 7 times its budget.
Jesus.
Like it saved Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
And then they were like, okay, like people like it, so we'll make Thor.
Yeah.
And we'll make Captain America. And if they do well, we'll make the Avengers.
Yeah.
So like they planned phase 1.
Yeah.
They were like, okay, so like Iron Man was good, so we'll do Thor. We'll do another Iron Man movie because that was popular. We'll do a Captain America movie. We'll make the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, can you make this happen, John? And the rest is pretty much history. You're now looking at a studio backed by Disney.
Yeah.
Which is the key there, is being backed by Disney, I assume. Because the Mickey Mouse, the great dictator, the great cinematic dictator Mickey Mouse, makes money or you pay.
Yeah.
But like, it's... Even now, I watch some stuff and you're just like, how the fuck does this shit happen?
No.
Because it just blows my fucking mind.
Like, I remember when, ultimately, a lot of people don't like it, and I don't understand why. It's The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Everyone gives that movie crap, but I don't see what's wrong with it. Granted, I think you know what? No, I take it back. Abomination looks fucking great. I think Abomination looks like an abomination. That's the whole point of Abomination.
Yeah, I just think the CGI is a bit chunky at some points. But then again, you are looking at this period of Marvel. Like this is a low CGI, like low budget Marvel.
Yeah, like this is first generation Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The issue with
second movie.
The Hulk stuff is good.
Yeah.
And the Abomination stuff is good. I think the storyline feels a bit rushed at points. Again, but The Incredible Hulk is a movie for Incredible Hulk fans.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But it's not. Because...
it's not their best movie.
Well, even if it's not their best movie, it's fine. The issue is that what has made the Marvel movies successful so far is that they are movies for people who know nothing about comic books as well as comic book fans.
Yeah.
That's the only one that stands out. You really do have to know a lot about the Incredible Hulk to understand what's going on. Yeah. Which is why we like it.
Yeah.
It's because you don't need them to explain the Hulk.
Yeah.
Because you know.
I think that's what happened with Ang Lee's Incredible Hulk. Which, when you look at it, like...
The issue with Ang Lee's Hulk is it's about 3.5 hours too long.
Yeah. I mean,
it fucking goes, and a lot of it's in the dark. Yeah. I assume to cover the shit CGI.
I mean, but that's the thing. The CGI is not even that bad. It starts off promising. If you're not a Incredible Hulk fan, if you know nothing about the Incredible Hulk, I recommend you watch the first half of it. Because
and then turn it off. It loses
because
itself really quickly.
Fuck, does it lose itself quickly? I mean, the end fight between the Hulk and his father, or I'm pretty sure Absorption Man, is garbage. You can't see what's happening. Like, the only time you can see what's happening is when he turns into a giant electrical beam, and then they have like this fight through the clouds where it's like they jump from cloud to cloud because he's a lightning bolt, basically. Yeah. And then he turns into a giant rock, and then he turns into a giant cloud, and then you see like flashbacks of his childhood in the cloud, and then he explodes, and then it's kind of like did he live, did he die, but then you also don't care because the movie sucks now.
Yeah.
Like,
fucking disaster.
But like, the Incredible Hulk storyline is really cool. But in the Incredible Hulk for the Marvel Universe, it skips all of that in the credits, like in the opening credits, and then you just jump into it. That's how it should be. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I remember as a kid, like, when video stores were still a thing. Yeah, I'm that old. And when I remember like hiring out that movie on Friday nights every Friday, like after school. It was great. I loved it. Actually, now that I say that, it does make me sound kind of old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want movie stores back.
Yeah. Video Easy, man.
I got this Video Easy.
Yeah. Well, they all do the digital, like the vending machine ones.
Oh, yeah, the red box. Fuck those things.
Yeah. Alright. There was something else I wanted to talk about. But we are at an hour.
Are we? Oh, yeah, fuck, we're at an hour.
I got Returnal this week.
Yeah, we can talk about it, fucking.
Right. So I picked up Returnal, which was, in fairness, when it came out, something... I remember the state of play, because it was the PlayStation one. Like, the one... I think it was the first one we thought, we were like, they're going to announce a date.
Yeah.
They didn't. They just showed us a bunch of PS5 games, which was, in fairness, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's another state of play. We'll do a separate video for the state of play, actually, because I kind of want to do a thing.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
So there'll be a Ratchet and Clank state of play breakdown later. Next week.
Okay.
We'll do. We will do. Jared will do.
I'll do it.
You're the breakdown guy.
Yeah, I need to watch it though.
Yes. Anyway, I got Returnal. They showed us the trailer. We were kind of like, that looks interesting. Like, we weren't sure if it was going to be a horror movie, if it was like a Dark Souls-y thing, if it was like an open world thing. Like, we weren't really sure. The only thing we knew was that the whole thing was that when you die, you restart. And then you do it again. And I have played 8 hours of this game.
Yeah.
Still couldn't tell you. In the best way possible. Like, I don't fully know what the story is
Yeah.
because it's like a mystery, but the whole dying and then the world reshuffles and you have to go and sort of find your way around, and like I've just got to the second area, but then you die and you go back to the ship and you've got to find the portal to go, and it's like the gameplay is fast paced, fun, and in some points exceptionally fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I find myself going, I'll just do a couple of cycles. Like it's not like Skyrim is one of those games where it's like, okay, I'm playing Skyrim today.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Fuck.
You're like, okay, it's
a Skyrim.
I got up, I had my coffee, I had breakfast, and for the rest of the day, I'm playing Skyrim. This was Monday, it's Friday. I haven't slept, I haven't showered, nothing else has happened. Skyrim. This is kind of like, because when you die, you get there's like a little video clip, and then you wake up next to the ship,
Yeah.
and you can kind of just go, okay, I'll just play one more cycle, and then you turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to do that.
Yeah.
Having said that, I got it 3 days ago, and I played like 12 hours. So it's like, I haven't played a cycle for more than about maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, health items are low, and it can get quite hard. You get hit with a boss at low health, you die,
Yeah.
you start again. Like, there was...
Does it get annoying though?
It never gets annoying. It gets, sometimes you're just like, you get caught by something, you lose the last bit of health, and you go, fuck.
Yeah.
But then, you know it's not going to be the same the next time. It's like, I was explaining this to you the other, it's not like other games where you die, and then you respawn, and then you fight the same area, and then you die, and then you respawn, and you bang your fucking head against the wall until you beat the boss.
Yeah.
Which is frustrating as shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, not being able to beat this one boss
Yeah.
fucking sucks. But instead of getting stuck in a room where you can't kill all the enemies, if you die, you respawn, and then you just get a different type of challenge. You will eventually have to fight that room, but you'll fight that room with a better understanding of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I will tell this story because it was really funny. Felt like a fucking idiot. I played 5 hours of this fucking game,
Oh yeah.
thinking that the alt fire was the only type of fire I had.
Yeah.
So it's like, there is a thing where it's, if you press L2, you aim down sight.
Right.
You zoom in, and R2 fires like a special. And you can pick up weapons and they do different things. There's like a lightning bolt one, a horizontal barrage, a grenade launcher, a fucking,
Yeah.
like a homing beacon thing. And I was like, this game would be a lot fucking easier if I didn't have to wait 15 seconds for my gun to reload every time, only for on my 20th fucking cycle through to not zoom and just press the fire button, only to find out that the gun is a normal gun as well. So I got the first boss down to its last bar of health on just my alt fire,
Yeah.
which one means I'm really good at that game.
Right.
But I was like, I literally sat there and just went out loud, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
I think I remember I think I came home from work and I heard you say that actually.
Yeah, and I was just like, you've got to be fucking joking.
But I do like that the game, you have to work that out for yourself. The game doesn't really tell you. I feel like the game should tell you though.
I mean, I remember the first cycle it did being like, okay, use this button to fire your gun.
Yeah.
And I remember firing the gun and thinking like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And then the second cycle through, maybe, I don't know, if something happened and I didn't do it, and I aimed down sight and fired, and it fired the special.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool. And then because they were in the distance, and I play a lot of like Apex and stuff, I zoomed automatically to try and hit it, and I couldn't, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, where's the fucking original gun that just fired bullets?
Right.
I just thought, oh, it must just be the starter gun, which was, no, I was just dumbass.
But you know now.
But now I know, and I'm a lot better at the game.
Like that boss that took you
fucking ages. I think
You beat it.
the boss that I almost beat with just my old fire.
Yeah.
I think I did on my second attempt with the gun, making me feel like a right twat. But we got it.
You got there in the
But-
end. You beat it.
So far, out of 5, I'd give it a 4.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm enjoying it, and I some bits of it are still a bit clunky, and like I don't fully understand enough of it to. I'm a cautious player, even when I play like D&D or like other stuff like you Skyrim. I'm cautious.
Yeah.
I'm a cautious player because because health is so hard to come by, I won't take unnecessary risks.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that's like, you'll get a bonus, but it'll do like a negative to you as well. I'll go, unless the bonus is fucking amazing,
Yeah.
I'm going, I'll just play like this.
Yeah. I get what you mean, because like I'm the opposite. Like I will take chances. I was actually talking to somebody about it the other day. Like when we played Unity, you would always be the stealth. I would always be the heavy. I would happily run into battle with a great axe and take hits. But I know where you're going with that.
This should be fun.
But like I'm almost close to finishing the first Dead Space game. If you haven't played Dead Space, I highly recommend it. It's scary as shit. But like that is a game where it forces you to be a cautious player.
Yeah.
You can't waste any of your ammo, and you can't really afford to get too much of one thing. Like the amount of times, like when I first played it, I think I unloaded all of my ammo on like in the first chapter, and then now I'm constantly trying to get my ammo back, and now like I'm selling shit and all this kind of stuff because I usually don't play inventory games.
That is true.
So it is like I'm always kind of retraining myself in gameplay. Like
We are going to do at some point a gameplay of Resident Evil as well.
And I'm
I'm
looking
kind of
forward to
hoping to get a couple of. Maybe we'll do a special where we do a long
long
video, a good chunk of like the first bit of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then maybe when 8 comes out, we'll play that.
Yeah, 100%. I've been looking into 8, and 8 looks from what I've watched is very Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
It's like very.
It looks like a very good mix of like the first 2 and Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. So it feels claustrophobic. Everything kind of moves at like it's. I don't know if it's a zombie or if it's T-virus, but it's very vampire-esque. So
in
like
Resident Evil 8.
In 8.
She's a vampire.
She's a vampire.
She is a vampire.
Oh, okay.
There are werewolves in it, but she's a vampire. We have been going for over an hour now, so I will cut it there.
Damn.
It's been thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah.
So thanks again, everyone, for coming to Real Talk Podcast, episode 100. We are very happy to be in the triple digits.
Yes, we are.
We'll be back next week. We're not stopping.
No,
We'll be here for the 200,000th. We'll be here.
Yes.
Till, we all die by unnatural godly fire. That's how the rapture ends, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's your fucking religion. It doesn't matter. If you want to follow us on social media, I am on Instagram at Real Talk Rice, and I am on Twitter at Review by Lurch.
Oh shit! I'm fine.
He's on Oh Shit Oh Fuck.
If you want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I am at JaredKiddo1.
Jared_Kiddo1.
At Jared_Kiddo1.
We are on Instagram at Real Talk Pop Culture Discussions. We're on Facebook at the same. We are on Twitter at Real_Pop. We are on Twitch at Real Talk PCD Plays.
Yes.
Not gaming.
Not
we
gaming.
changed it.
Yeah.
Real Talk PCD Plays. Or is it just Real Talk Plays? Let me get back to you on that.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's just Real Talk Plays.
Yes.
Go have a look. It'll be somewhere on my social media as well.
Yeah.
As always, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It helps. Let us know. We want your opinions on Mortal Kombat. We want to know your opinion on Captain Marvel. Anything that was in the show. Comment section down below. We do actually reply to everyone. That's not just an ad that's using a timestamp. But comments help the algorithm.
Yeah.
And as always, guys, keep it real.
Stay sexy.
Bye.
Bye. 100.